Mazda is proud to have been named the best SUV brand by U.S. News and World Report. Right now, get 0% for 60 months on both the Mazda CX-30 and the Mazda CX-50. Experience the Mazda difference and save thousands at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you had plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning. It's 7:03 here on a Monday, and I tell you what, look, Mondays are already rough enough getting back to the work and school week. Maybe we can convince the bosses to let this be story time with Uncle Johnny on Mondays at least.
Yeah, I don't. This would be like after dark kind of stories. I don't know that the
starting out the day.
He was
like
literally
this?
just standing next to us like 30 seconds ago, just chatting it up, and then the intro to this show starts, and he goes, "Wait, what are we doing?"
Right.
The show. It's like every.
So you tell him to tell a story on cue, and then he would do it. He can't tell you what kind of story it'd be.
It was a good story. It was they went to, it was like carnival rides.
Yeah,
and
Thrillville was in town this weekend, right?
Somebody was throwing up, and that wasn't a lot of fun.
Rough.
But yeah, so Johnny, you good?
Well, right now I am.
He's good right now. Let's talk to Steve, see if we can't figure out. He's like, what, we got a show?
Right.
Liz, you feeling okay? Suggesting we give Johnny an open floor?
That was a bit off the rails there.
Something may have been in the coffee this morning, maybe. It's
You
rough,
feeling okay?
Steve. It's Monday.
Yeah, we were so confused trying to figure out where he was going.
I didn't know what was going on.
Like, what?
I didn't know what was going on. It felt like a weird ride.
It really did.
All right, so, wow, okay. Look at that fog roll in here, huh?
Yeah, so keeping an eye on this next couple of hours. Be careful as you head out. Slow it down out on the roads. That's our Skyline view from Port Allen looking over downtown. Certainly some fog in the area, but at least down here, ground level on the Port Allen side, not doing too bad. That view brought to you by Our Lady Lake. Visibilities have come down here in the last hour or so. We're just over a mile at the airport in Baton Rouge now, down to a half mile in Gonzales, under 2 miles in New Roads. This is about as dense as we've seen the fog so far this morning. New Orleans down to a quarter mile. So again, be careful as you get out on the roadways. It's a very mild start, anywhere from the mid 60s to around 70. In fact, Lafayette holding steady at 72 right now. Baton Rouge, Gonzales, Patterson all at 69. Through the morning hours, should get the fog out of here by mid-morning. We'll keep it mainly dry. Isolated showers by noon. We're into the upper 70s. Highs today up around 80, but this afternoon, this evening, showers and storms increasing. And we give you a first alert to that because some of those could produce some heavy rain. Could be a few strong storms as well. All right, here's a look at it on Futurecast. Through the morning, you see a few passing showers, but as we get to lunchtime, it starts to show showers and storms increasing a little bit to our south and southwest and overspreading the area through the afternoon. That's 3 o'clock and right on into late afternoon, early evening at 6 o'clock. The concern is that we could get an axis of heavier rains that sets up somewhere across southeast Louisiana. Just about impossible to pinpoint exactly where, but the potential is there where we could get multiple rounds of storms that could lead to some heavy rain. So you see how those storms continue tonight. We're approaching midnight and still looking at some scattered rains around. So with that potential that we get an axis of some heavy rain setting up somewhere, there is a 2 out of 4 slight risk of flooding Baton Rouge down to New Orleans. That's where our guidance kind of indicates the best potential of some locally heavy rains, but again, not a high confidence scenario. We also have a 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe weather today, tonight, right on into tomorrow, area-wide, damaging winds and hail. The primary concerns, but isolated tornado not out of the question. We're going to have a little subtle disturbance moving across today, kind of triggering the storms. And then there's another round coming up on Friday, so we post another First Alert Friday where the Storm Prediction Center already has a 2 out of 5 slight risk of severe weather near and north of the interstates. So it looks like a busy first full week of March ahead. So I've got first alerts today, tonight, tomorrow with the potential of some heavy rain and a few strong storms. Another on Friday. As we get into the weekend, I think most of the rain winds down Saturday morning, so a decent chunk of the weekend should dry out and also turns a little bit cooler as we get into the weekend. 7:07 now. Let's get over to Uncle Johnny with a look at your traffic.
Would you rather hear stories about me at Thrillville this weekend over at the fairgrounds?
And it's going on, by the way, through this whole week.
Yeah, I don't know between you and how it ended up for Mark. I'm not sure we want to hear those stories.
Well, you know, I don't know. I can do a lot of the fast and big rides. I just can't spin. It'll projectile vomit happens. Anyway, all right. So we go out to the interstate. First of all, let's stop up here at Jewar. See if we have any problems here. This is going to be a wreck right here. What? Right there, Jewar and Hampton Village. Not seeing any problems really in that area from that wreck. I do have a problem right here that's creating a little bit of backup coming out of Denham on Florida Boulevard right near Stevendale. Have a stalled vehicle there. And another issue on the off-ramp from Segan Lane on I-10. It's going to be on the eastbound side, so no interstate problems at all. Here's I-10. This is Bluebonnet. The off-ramp right here at Segan Lane, left side of the off-ramp is temporarily blocked with a stalled 18-wheeler right there. You can see how folks are getting around that. Meanwhile, from our Gordon McKernan camera near City Place, traffic starting to slow down to that far right lane, getting off at College, and then right past that, the right lane at Acadian is also backing up onto the interstate. Bridge traffic is fine. Visibilities are still an issue, and there are your drive times this morning. 7:08, we do this every single morning. We go to the WAFB Plus and give you some updates on headlines you might have missed in a little brief form. We're going to be back with Matt and Liz to update some of those stories right after this very short break. Stay with us.
Well, at 7:09 here, we've got a major update to a story we've been following all morning.
So one of the fires that the Baton Rouge Fire Department was fighting earlier this morning, this is the one on North 30th Street, kind of near Florida Boulevard, now has a cause. This is a scene from earlier this morning. Our crew was actually out there, our Kelly Hubbard, our Brandon Shackelford, getting this video. Crew saying, Liz, it was a pot left on a stove.
Yeah, the owner of that home tells us that her nephew was actually frying some fish when he left that pot unattended. So that's what this led to here. A scene kind of busy right around 3:30 this morning. But we're told no injuries, thankfully, at this fire. Fire investigators working hard to make sure that turnaround, that find what happened exactly here. But this isn't the only fire that they responded to this morning.
Kind of down Florida Boulevard as well here near Sharp. You have another fire being worked about 1 o'clock this morning. You know that thrift store? There you see it right there. The New Nature thrift store.
Yeah.
That fire was about 1:30 this morning. Still no official cause here, though.
No, let's kind of place you. This is kind of Florida Boulevard near Sharp Road. So, yeah, fire investigators trying to figure out what may have started this. They say that fire started in the back of that thrift store here. But in the meantime, still working to figure out whether that business is inhabitable, whether people can do anything right now. A lot to follow in this. But as we get updates, we're going to let you know.
Let's move on down Florida Boulevard. Still a little bit more actually near Marquand.
Yeah.
You know where the Fast Lane gas station is here? That's that general area. A murder investigation, shooting investigation going on right now. A woman found shot to death along the side of the building about, what, 5:30-ish yesterday evening?
That's what police say. Or right now, we don't know exactly when that shooting happened. We just know that the woman could have been killed anytime between Saturday and Sunday. So right now, a lot going on. The coroner's office still working to identify who that victim is, and police still trying to figure out what led up to the shooting and why. If you happen to have any tips, as Matt mentioned, it happened at a gas station. Well, at least that's where they found her. Please call in those tips. Maybe you saw a vehicle description, something that can help them out. That call is 344-STOP.
Keep an eye out for this man as well. 64-year-old Gilbert Bunch Jr. missing out of Assumption Parish. Liz, state troopers say he actually kind of ran off the road into Bayou Lafourche. Passenger in the car with him was able to get out and swim to safety. He was able to get out according to state troopers, but hasn't been seen.
No, if you think you've seen him, please go ahead and call that number on your screen. So that's a specific number there.
Very
That's
specific,
985-857-3680. Now you can see take a close look at his photo here. He was last seen wearing some dark clothing. Again, this is out of Assumption Parish, but if you think you've seen him, please go ahead and call state police.
Talking a lot about measles these days from coast to coast, left coast, east coast, third coast. And actually, Kelly Hubbard was talking with infectious disease specialists in our part of the world because we had a couple cases down in the greater New Orleans area.
2 of them, in fact. So local doctors are kind of keeping an eye on this in the capital region to see what people need to look out for. And Matt, they say it all starts with making sure that your child does get that measles vaccine, right? Because measles, it starts with a fever, then causes a cough and runny nose and red eyes. It's one of the commonly spread diseases where it's in the air. If somebody with it coughs, well, then you can catch it too, right? So Callie spoke with a couple of local doctors from Baton Rouge General and Ochsner talking about what you and your children need to know.
So all the information waiting for you right there. Waiting for you at the Bessie board this evening for, well, actually a conversation with the press club. Guess who turns 50? Actually, not him, but the Bessie board itself, 50 years.
Yeah.
Board of Elementary and Secondary Education.
So that meeting's going to start later on today at the press club. The doors will open at 11:30, but there we go. Yep, you can see they're actually talking about a number of things, including Bessie's current position and status, where they're at right now, the next steps for that board, and artificial intelligence, how the state moves forward and how to kind of configure that for schools all across the board. And then the Baker City Club, they're also meeting today, the city council rather. They're actually going to talk about a number of things, including a contract with Republic Services. So that's set to start at 10 o'clock this morning.
Johnny, what are you doing over there, man? You busy?
I'm not busy at all.
You're not busy at all? We only got like 45 seconds left. You want to come on? You can come over here and be a part of the back end of the show?
There's a story time.
I mean,
He was preparing.
You want story time? Are you going to come on in?
I'm coming in.
Okay.
So in the last 10 minutes, you were asking whether we've all ridden horses. We thought you had as well, only to find out that you rode one on a carousel.
Yeah, well, the carousel at the Mall of Louisiana.
Oh, took you for a good little pony ride.
Had to get off.
Had to get off that one, huh?
Yeah.
But Thrillville is going on all week, as a matter of
All
fact,
week,
out
is
at the fairgrounds. Yeah, check it out. I heard the Midway is fun.
It is
the
awesome.
food is fried, and the rides are.
Rides are
Spin
Well,
fun.
you can't find salad there?
No, I can't ride teacups like at Disney World. Your
I'm
favorite
with
place
you.
on the
That's right.
I can't ride the teacups. No,
That'll make you
leave it
sick
for the
real
kids.
fast.
not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Well, that's story time with Uncle Johnny today. We'll see what's in store tomorrow.
Increased body length, impressive performance, with the reliability and durability to drive on or off-road. The new 2024 Tundra is pure Toyota. Get great savings on your new Tundra right now at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill, a member of the Team Automotive Group.